You're going, what is that? Well, take a look. Because when you want some airflow underneath your pots, maybe you don't want it to stain your deck or stain your cement or whatever it is, you lift that pot up with a set of 3 of these great resin pieces. Now, it looks like brass, but it's not. It's resin, so it is just fine for outdoors. And they are the sweetest, cutest little things. And there, you get all 3 for $18.26. Now, I want to start on that end. We've got the birds over there. And so if you want a set of 3 birds, you can do that because they are so adorable. They look very much like those bird houses because they're just kind of fat and happy. Then very quickly goes the bunnies. And I'm not because they run fast, it's because everybody loves the bunnies. So if you want the set of 3 bunnies, you can give us a call or go to QVC.com and place your order. Then we have the set of 3 turtles, which are so amazing. All the detail on these is so great. And so we've got the 3 turtles, or the brand new set that you're seeing for the first time are the flowers. In the flowers, fewer than 1,000 sets remain. So if you want the flowers, you should order right away, but those are brand new. And Plow Hearth, who are they? Well, they've been around since 1980 in Madison, Virginia, and they really are all about creating warmth in our homes and in our gardens. And they bring beautiful things that last a long time because they're really well made. I want to bring in Nancy Brandmuller, who brings these Plow Hearth items to QVC. She's the expert. And Nancy, welcome. Great to have you with us on this Home and Garden Day.
It's wonderful to be here. I'm so grateful. And I'm so thrilled to bring these because pot feet are something I had not been aware of until I saw them from Plow Hearth. And they are a brilliant way to be able to add a cute decorative element down around the bottom of your plant, but they're also functional because they're lifting your pot up, creating that space where you can have the airflow and also preventing the water from kind of getting clogged inside your plant. You know, if they don't have a place to drain properly, all the soil is going to go down and it can actually plug that drain hole and then your plants will drown. So you just got all those beautiful plants from either Cottage Farms or Roberta's or Hort Couture. You want to take care of them if you put them in containers. And this is a really easy way to do that. And as you mentioned, they're resin, so they're safe to use outside. Look at each one is like a little beautiful sculpture.
They are adorable. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to just take this planter off for a moment. So when you get all 3, then basically, what's the best way to kind of set them up around the plant?
So you're going to look at the diameter of the bottom of your pot right here, and I'll just lift off this. So I sort of looked and I saw, okay, how wide is that bottom pot? And then I arranged it in a triangle, and then you just set it on top. What you have is a little ledge that's about 1 inch. You see this right here? That's what your pot is going to be balancing on all 3. And if for some reason it's not balancing just right, you didn't quite get the dimension quite right, you just kind of adjust them while it's there, just as you're doing. And look at those turtles, the shell.
So
and
cute.
It's smiling. He's actually smiling.
Look at he is. And look at the birds. They look adorable. I'm telling you, they're just fluffing up their feathers. They're like, hey, you know what? These little guys do the heavy lifting for you. And that's the best part. These 800 already gone on these. So if you're going to get them, don't waste too much time. It's sale priced, and then of course on easy pay. Now if you want the birds, fewer than 1,000 remain. Now I'm going to switch into the bunnies for a second, and they are always popular. So let me just set my turtles over here, and I'm going to take my bunnies. And again, think of in a kind of a triangle, and then just put your pot there, and then you can always just kind of push them. Oh, hang on, I'm learning. So there we go.
You just adjust
and I had to
make sure.
I can't see from the front. There we go. Okay.
There you go.
So now I've got my pot all secure. It's in a triangle. It's sitting very sturdily. And there you go. I can just walk away and forget about them.
Yes, exactly. I had these under my containers on my deck all summer long, and it helped the plants to be able to drain. And as you mentioned, You don't want that puddling, which can cause a stain on your cement or your wood deck, or even your deck that's made out of, faux wood. So you want to give that aeration for the plant, but you also want to protect your patio and your deck. It's adding a decorative element. And the other thing I noticed too is I have a bay window, similar to what you're seeing right there with the bunnies. And I was putting a cactus plant in there, and it's sitting inside another pot. So it's not actually draining, but it's draining into the pot. Well, it was starting to sweat on the bottom and affect the paint underneath in my windowsill. So I just used my little bunnies and I put them underneath. And so that's protecting inside my house too. And it made it look so cute.
Well, here's a quick update. If you want the birds, in the birds, 900 remain. In the bunnies, they are the most popular, but we bought a lot of those to bring them in. We have 1,500 of the bunnies. In the turtles, 1,300 in the turtles, and the brand new flowers, 800 left. Here's the thing, it really is done beautifully because it looks like brass, but it's all done in hand-painted resin. You don't have to worry about the weather whatsoever, and those are adorable and yet practical at the same time. We have more from Plow and Hearth coming up in just a few short minutes, so Nancy will stick around with us, and here in fact is